In this video, I'm going to be talking about a projection command called include 3D geometry. So let's see how we can use it. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a sketch projection command called include 3D geometry. So I'm going to start by creating a sketch, and I'm just going to select, for example, like this side face. I'm going to go ahead and rotate a little bit so we can kind of see what's going on. And then I'm going to go into Create, Project, and then there's this Include 3D Geometry. And what this allows you to do is it actually projects 3D geometry into like the 3D space. So typically when we project, for example, a face, it'll project it flat onto our sketch. But for example, I'm going to click on this cylindrical face here, and you'll see some purple lines appear. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off the feed guide, and you can see that it actually projected that geometry in 3D, so not flat onto the sketch. And what's nice about this is we can now use some of these points or lines or edges that were projected to help us create maybe some other geometry. In fact, what I'm going to do is I want to create, for example, maybe some aesthetic like ridges or ribs along the side here. So I just used the include 3D geometry, and you can kind of see how it projected that into 3D. I'll go ahead and let's go into our construct menu. I'm just going to create a plane through 3 points. I'll go ahead and turn this off just so it's a little bit easier to see what I'm doing here. I'm just going to pick a couple points. I might pick that point there, and that point there. And we just created a plane that goes through those 3 points. In fact, I'll do the same thing over on this side. I'll grab those points, and it's slicing through all of those 3 points. Then I'll go ahead and create a sketch on that plane that I just created. Again, I'll kind of go at an angle so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. And we can kind of see that that plane is slicing through from that point here down to that point here, which is at a slight angle compared to the rest of the part. So I'll go ahead and project again, but this time I might just use the intersect command because I want to grab the information of this cylinder right here, and I want to capture where this cylinder is intersecting with our plane, our sketch plane. So I'm going to go ahead and select that cylinder, and you can see how it created that projection line where it slices through our sketch plane. I'll go ahead and finish our sketch, and I'm just going to repeat the same thing on this other construction plane. I'll create a sketch, I'll rotate a little bit, I'll project, intersect, just hover over the cylinder, say OK, and finish that sketch also. If I turn off our feed guide, you can now see that we have some very exact lines that connect from these points up here down to here. And we can use those to create just some like aesthetic piping, for example. In fact, I'll use the pipe command right here. I'll go ahead and select this edge, and you can see how it creates a pipe on that edge. I can change the size of the pipe if I want to. Let's just go ahead and leave it at 3. We'll go ahead and join that together. Let me repeat that for this other side here. And then maybe I'll round over the ends here with some fillets. I'll just drag that down until, just something like that. And we'll do that on both ends. And again, this is just kind of a quick example, so I'll have to go a little bit smaller, it looks like in this case. I'll say OK. And let me turn off the sketches. So we just created some quick aesthetic like ribs or ridges on this part using that include 3D geometry. You can also use it, I'll do this again, I'll create like on a totally different plane. You can use it for other examples here. I'll go ahead and say include 3D geometry, and I can pick, for example, like this top face right here. I'll finish my sketch. I'll turn that off. I'll turn my sketch on. Let's go ahead and turn our first sketch off. And you can see that we clicked on this top face here and it projected the 3D geometry of that face. So then I could use that, for example, maybe I want to create some kind of like a rubber cover or something like that that maybe goes over the top of this. So I could, use this. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and edit this sketch. And I'll just create maybe like an arc or something like that that we can use for a loft. So I'll just come in here and say 3-point arc. I'll hover over until it finds the center point. I'll make sure I'm on the right plane, which I am. I am in my 3D sketch, so that's why you see my cursor kind of look the way it does. And because I'm on this blue plane that you see highlighted, I can just move my arc up just a little bit like so, and you can see that it's drawing on that plane. I'll go ahead and finish my sketch, and then I could use this, for example, I'll just do a quick loft maybe from that edge to that edge, and then I could use this as, for example, a rail. And so that could be like some kind of, if I thicken this, that could be some kind of a rubber cover. So in fact, I'll go ahead and do that. Let's just go ahead and thicken that surface. And so you can kind of see how, we'll just make that 1 millimeter. So I was able to, capture the 3D geometry, the underlying geometry of the feed guide, and create a cover that kind of goes over that. So hopefully that introduces you to the command of include 3D geometry, and you might be able to use it on a future project. I hope you learned something new and enjoyed that video. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe to be notified of upcoming videos. If you need help learning Fusion, visit my webpage at cadedllc.com. And as always, have fun learning Fusion.